something to share with you that's pretty cool. I'm calling it lick dissection. I've had several comments from the past couple videos, and I really appreciate your comments. Thank you very much. And I hope you're starting to see some really cool things coming out of your playing. Out of the last couple of lessons, you've seen me doing some pretty neat intro things, and they're kind of basic, a little bit of advanced stuff, but for the most part, they're kind of basic, and we're going to continue to add to them and get into some more complicated things. But today I wanted to go into examine just a few of the licks that I'm getting comments on that people are liking. Some of the little climbs that I was doing, and just some cycling licks. And I think that you're going to, once you see how easy it is that I'm doing this, you'll start applying it more. And remember, you've got to be able to jump out of that box. Don't be afraid to try some of this stuff. It may sound like crap at first, but just got to polish it up a little bit, and it'll sound better and better and better. As you know, I stumble around and make mistakes, and I poke my finger and make it bleed in the videos, and I fall, my dog runs in the room, the cat runs in the room, and everything else. So, we all make mistakes, and we all have our little things that interrupt us and what have you. But the bottom line is, if you'll practice at it, you'll get this stuff down. First thing I want to talk to you about is alternate picking. You've heard it 1,000 times. You've heard it slow, you've heard it fast, you've heard it somewhere in between. It's a really easy technique to do, but it does require some practicing. And the more you do it, obviously the better you get at it, but the more you do it, the more advanced you'll become and learn to start skipping strings in the middle of some alternate picking, and just noodling around with it, you'll find some really cool things that you can do with it. Alternate picking, let's take a close-up here. Alternate picking is just the process of going up and down on a string and doing it like that, getting downstrokes and upstrokes, downstrokes and upstrokes. That's easy enough to do, but getting it nice and clean, that's where it gets kind of cumbersome. And again, you just have to practice at it a little bit. In one of the licks that I was doing in the last video, I did several examples of alternate picking. One of them was when I climbed up the neck in that solo, and I went. Pretty easy to do, but again, you just have to pick around, practice a little bit with it. Let's take a look at that video real quick, at that little lick, and then we'll come back and see if we can't learn that together, along with a few other things. Alright, what you just saw me doing there was a prime example of doing some alternate picking. And the really neat thing about that little climb that I did is it does a lot of things if you'll just take the time to recognize it. We can establish that what I was doing there was a quick up and down on my D string. Looking at it close here, what I was doing was hitting this note right here. All I did was climbed up that little series of notes. Sounds really cool. Now what's really neat about it is, and I'm hoping that you saw this, about midways into that, excuse me, I've got a horse stuck in my throat today. About midways up that, those three notes right there on my D string at the 5th fret, 7th, and the 9th fret. If you'll observe that closely, you'll see that I'm hanging right over top of the cowboy blues right there. Or, excuse me, not the cowboy blues, but the going country knot. Remember, going country knot, taking a close look at it here, if we were playing, we know that we start going country knot in the 2nd note of our pentatonic minor, which the basic pentatonic minor is right here. If I'm in the key of E, we're going to stay in E because that's what we were working with in that video. But we know to start going country knot, we just go 1, 2. There's our starting note. Now let's stop right there. those 3 notes, when I did that climb, here they are. And then I went to here, right here on the 12th fret, and then to here. That's a cool little sound.